to another edition of Data Center Pulse on the Road. I'm here in San Diego, California. It's a nice, bright, shiny day. And with me I have Jeff Tepfer. Jeff is on our board of directors, and he's actually the architect and the brains behind our website, datacenterpulse.org. First off, thank you very much for all the work you've been doing over the last 6 months. It seems like it's been years. But he's the one that put together the website at the beginning, and we've actually migrated to a new location, and we've got a lot of changes that have been happening on the website. So we're going to tell you about some of those today. But what do you want to show us first, Jeff?
Well, it appears we've had a little boost in some traffic here recently. Looks like a viral video may have got out, maybe?
I think so. So a little bit of analytics, as you can see on the screen here. Wow, so we've had thousands of users or visitors to the site. For some reason, when you put together James Bond, villain, data center, bunker, nuclear bomb, and that type of thing in Geeks, a lot of people want to see what it is. So the last video we had about the White Mountain Data Center pendant in Stockholm seemed to go over pretty well. You're going to tell us about the enhancements or the changes that are coming that people are going to see on the site.
So we've been working on the website for quite some time, trying to bring new features and functions, and the first element that we're about ready to release is a brand new layout. This new layout is going to give us a lot more flexibility in the presentation of information, and definitely simplify the display and different content types for usability factors.
Yeah, and it looks great. So the white is actually much better. We can put a lot of stuff in there a lot easier. Why don't you go through the different components then? What are we changing?
We really want to have a good community site. We want to be able to have a good social interaction and a collaboration. So some of the things we're looking to add in the near future are things like content ratings, where people are actually able to rate out content based upon their either desire for that type of information or the views of which are expressed in those contents.
So what you mean is all the registered users inside of here can go back and see all the different content. We're going to have feeds and all types of things, but then they can rank that, and their peers are ranking that as well?
Exactly.
And then the good stuff floats to the top.
Yeah, and in fact, even better, we'll create dynamic blocks, and based upon your areas of interest, we'll actually create out listings of those types of contents based upon its ratings against your interests.
Yeah.
So in that, it'll be a very dynamic and individualistic based presentation for each individual user.
Yeah, and just to be blunt, it'll be targeted at what you care about. All the other stuff you won't see. You don't have to. So that means that people are going to log in, they're going to create their profile, right? The basics around what they care about seeing, and then that's going to dynamically be showing up on the screen. And then when we rank, right, the content, then you're going to see the good stuff rolling up under the things you care about. That's great.
And as your interests change, or as newer content's made available, those views are always changing for you, so it's always a new presentation every time you come in.
Excellent. So what are some of the other features we're going to be throwing in here?
We're looking to also add user points, which kind of add a social aspect of building and stacking on top of each other in collaboration. Creating new content or rating content will give you additional points, and in that you'll be able to see people and their interactions on the site and the types of participation that we have.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to even rank those individuals and their information to see it first. So if somebody's a really high producer on the site, you'll be able to just track that individual user, kind of like a following a Twitter or something.
Yeah.
And it also gives us the ability to reward people based upon their interactions on the site and open up newer functions or higher level functions to those people.
So this all comes down to participation, right?
Exactly.
The more the people participate, the more points they're going to be getting. And you know, we have a lot of people that want to just watch, and that's just fine. They're not going to get the points in there. But the key is that you've got people that have a lot of knowledge that want to share it, and a lot of opinions that cause a lot of discussion and debate, which is absolutely what we want. We don't want people logging in and there's no content inside of the site.
Yep.
Our core and the thing that actually makes it valuable are the people inside of this site, right? The end users that are generating and actually ranking and you know, filing that different content.
Exactly.
Okay. Excellent. So points. Okay. What are coming out?
Messaging. At this point, we've been really hampered in how we deal with messaging, because we've transitioned between so many different sites and so many different interfaces that now that we're on a singular site and hopefully somewhat permanent, we will be able to leverage a unified communications. Everybody can get involved with email and even privatized type messaging on the site.
Okay. I think another one that's interesting is for our users. People, I mean, the economy is tough right now, and there's been a lot of layoffs and that type of thing. We wanted to bring something back in here to have a targeted audience for what jobs are potentially out there, right? So
Absolutely.
can you tell a bit about that?
So we really want to create a job board that would allow people to submit jobs just into our environment and our environment only. So if you are a DCP member, those jobs will be just visible to you. And that not only gives you ability to see firsthand jobs that are kind of for the data center group folks, but it also enables those people to really submit jobs to a known pool of resources.
Yeah.
We have a lot of different countries involved, a lot of different industries, a lot of different talents, but still at the end of the day, we are in data centers.
Yeah.
And that means they know who we are. And that'll be a really good opportunity to
Yeah.
blast right into our market.
So when you see the new website come up from there, the recruiters, if you take a look at it, there'll be a jobs link, and you can see how you can go back and purchase the ability to go in and actually post those jobs. Okay, so what else do we got?
So there's quite a few more features that are going to be rolling out over the next couple of months. Definitely some security enhancements. Get some SSL going on with Secure Web.
Yeah.
Really provide some new authentication methodologies. Hopefully, getting OpenID interacting on the site.
Okay.
Give a good means for people to have a manageable password. I hate to create a new site with new profiles and new passwords and new emails and. Who needs another email? Who needs another password? So
okay, so some of the things you can expect here is that we're going to be cleaning up all the different user accounts. I mean, ideally, what we want to go to is everything on .org. There's a lot of work behind that, and I apologize already. But we're going to be doing that. But then that's probably going to mean that we're going to wipe the passwords out and then set up the profile steps inside of there. So everyone will log back in, set up their password again. Whether they're using OpenID or something else, and then they're going to put in their profile information so we know how this stuff is going to be targeted, right? Like we're saying, content-wise, we need to know what you want to see, your interest level, so that means we need to know what kind of job you're in, that kind of thing. Everything, of course, will be inside of the Data Center Pulse, and all the anonymity will be there. You can choose to share it with your peers or not, correct?
correct.
Yeah, okay, so you've got full control over your profile.
On a line-by-line basis of a profile, you'll be able to select whether or not those individual items are seeable by the outside world.
Okay, so any other features that we want to talk about? I know there's more. We don't want to give away too much stuff in here, and I know you got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But any other features in there you want to hit on?
Well, we're built on an open source stack, and as such, most of the things we're dealing with are things that people commonly deal with in web design, starting from the bare bones of the OS, which finally is managed by a hosting provider, so we don't have to worry about that one anymore. As we type, we're now editing the database. As we open up menus, they're actually expounding or grabbing new content or things like that without us ever having to reload a page.
Right. And this is really, really expensive, right?
Oh, it's horribly expensive. I think, what was our bill last month?
How many zeros on it?
Only one.
Only 1 0.
Yeah,
So
just $0. It's a bill for $0.
This is our attempt at humor, It's a geek thing. But all of this is free, right?
Yeah.
We built a social network all based on open source technology.
Open source communities.
Open source communities, right, which have developed all of this.
Kind of like what we're trying to go after, right?
Right, we're an open data center community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're taking the open source on open source approach to this web design.
So this is your brain on open source. Is that what it is?
Something like that. We don't have a logo for that yet, but we'll work on
I
it.
see a frying pan and a lot of hot servers and things. Okay, so but over the next couple weeks here, we're going to be rolling out the features. And we appreciate you guys taking the time to look at this next episode. Stay tuned for additional content here on Data Center Pulse. And thanks again, Jeff, for all of your work.
Do I look like Mark? Can I stand in for him now?
You don't look that bad.